Hey, this is Matt once again. What about the other videos? The paid request this time from Marv B. And for those interested in requesting any type of reviews, topics, reactions, commentaries, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Also, I have links to my second YouTube channel as well as my Odysee channel, which has a lot of my backup stuff. Those will be down below as well. And then this time I'm talking about Inside Out, the 2011 film. This is not the animated film. This is the film starring Triple H from WWE Studios, the pinnacle of cinema. WWE Studios, just like the company... Yeah, I can't even say that the company used to be worth a spit. I don't know if WWE Studios was ever worth a spit. So, actually, I take that back. Most of their movies suck. Let's be blunt and honest about it. They stink. They're garbage. And Triple H, I'm not a fan of him as a wrestler. I'm not a fan of him as a promo guy. I'm not a fan of him as an actor. Whether it be in Blade Trinity or this movie or whatever. Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, I don't think he has the charisma. I don't think he has the presence. When he moves, he's like his arms are like but I'm not a fan of the lead guy. Not a fan of him, like I said, as a wrestler and an actor. And then you decide to do a crime drama with kind of one hand and little bits of action. So, at the very least, WWE Studios should be making fun, dumb, popcorn action movies. That would be more their bread and butter. But they thought, hey, let's do a crime drama where it's supposed to be serious, but then this goofy stuff like Triple H's character keeps obsessing about pickles. Because he loves pickles, and he wants to be a pickle maker. And there's also references, do you have any pickles? Are there any pickles in the fridge? Hey, is there any pickles in the back? I like pickles. I'm sure you do. And it's one of those films that starts out with an event happens, and then 6 days earlier, we see what built up to that. And you have Michael Rapaport, which I don't mind, but here he just talks and he never stops talking. He did well in Copland. I liked him in Deep Blue Sea. Here, it's just like, can you stop? Can you stop? Can you shh? Even when he's pissed at the urinal, he's talking. Bruce Dern from The Burbs and many other movies. He's here as Michael Rapaport's dad, who is a... can't even say drug guy, because the big deal is a bootleg cigarette business. Because selling it this way, you don't have to pay the taxes. I mean, I know it's... yes, there's a real business of that nature, but it just sounds less threatening when it's the bootleg cigarette business. It's probably why it's not used a whole lot in movies. Yeah, Parker Posey, who is with Triple H in Blade Trinity. And the movie's just very slow. It's very boring. There's not a lot of action. And usually, even if you're a fan of Triple H, you probably want to see him kick ass, take names. He's got a gun on the cover. He uses more on the cover than the movie. I don't think there's a single time he uses a gun in this movie. He has on the cover. No, I don't think there's a single time this movie uses a gun. Not a single time. So it's definitely a deceiving cover. Let me get more in depth, and we're going to spoilers. It started with Triple H seemingly being shot. He does this weird, like, look, like, But there's not a lot of emotion on his face. It's like he gets shot, but it's like it just. I'm like, oh my god. So Triple H's character gets out of prison. He was there for like 13 years. Michael Rapaport is his buddy, and Rapaport is married to Parker Posey, who used to be with Triple H. There's a younger daughter, and if you don't guess, oh, do we find out the daughter's really his daughter? You're right. So again, Rapaport's with his old girlfriend. And no, I don't mean China. Rest in peace, China. And I mean, you get dialogue thrown out where, "How's your mom?" "I don't know, dying, I think." Like that almost made me go. It was almost like such an offhand remark. "Dying, I think." "I don't know, dying, I think." I'm like, was that supposed to be funny? I don't think it was supposed to be funny. I think it's supposed to be serious, but just the way it was written, the way it was said, just comes off as. And Triple H does not have much of an emotional range. Because he's the game. And then he sounds the same. And Michael Rapaport will not stop talking. And Triple H wants to make pickles. Rapaport's like, "Hey, come on, talk to this guy." "I don't want to." "Come on, talk to my dad." "I don't want to." Ultimately, he does. Meets up with Parker Posey, the girl, the Michael Rapaport's daughter, who he finds not really all that stuff. And one thing leads to another. Rapaport's doing a deal with a guy, and Rapaport's choking. As he's choking, he's got the gun out. Because he's choking, he actually fires the gun. I'm like, what? It actually kills him. What is his name? Marvin? Actually shot Marvin in the face. Like, the way you do is because Michael Rapaport's character is choking? So he accidentally shoots the guy. And then they get the body, they don't bury it. They put it in a car in a junkyard. Car gets squished. And Bruce Dern is wondering where the money is. You have this subplot with this investigator. And I'm sorry, this lady who's the investigator is terrible. She is just awful in her performance. I would not buy her as... I would barely buy her as a principal, let alone as a cop. Just her... At one point she says, "I don't know what I'm doing." I'm like, you're not wrong. And like they had this subplot with her dad, who's a cop, who's sick, and she goes to see him. I don't even know why. The audience really thought the director really thought the audience was going to care about this character, but I thought she was just one of the weaker actresses in the movie. She's saying lines like, "Osama bin Laden gets his funding from profits on cigarette smuggling." I'm like, is that true? I mean, if that's true, thanks for the info, I guess, but I've never heard that before. Osama bin Laden gets his funding from profits on cigarette smuggling. I'm like, really? You never heard that before. Maybe it's true, okay. I'm literally trying to remember what happened. Just like I said, it runs rather slow, and you're just wondering, when's it going to get exciting? When's it going to get thrilling? Like, the action... There's 2 explosions. Because you have this other lady that works with Bruce Dern, that they all talked with this one guy, and they duct tape him to a pole, and... she's going to do something, and the guy's mom comes out with a shotgun. Get away from him! And when I say that out loud, that sounds like something being a comedy. A guy duct taped to a pole, and the mom coming out with a shotgun. But no, the whole place blows up and kills the 2 of them. Then there's an explosion at the end. There's really no shootouts that I can think of. There's one time I can think of that he beats these two guys up. And the thing is, when he's doing it, like he's can barely move. That's what it seemed like, he could barely move. And Triple H is supposed to bring Michael Rapaport in and is going to find Rapaport. Who is this for? That's kind of what my question would be. Who is this for? I guess for hardcore Triple H fans, if they want to see him do a crime drama that, again, he has little to no emotional range. He does not have the acting chops. What else? I don't know who this is for. It's not for the action fan. There's barely any action. Again, the cover's deceiving. He shoots more in the cover than he does in the movie. So then when Triple H finds Michael Rapaport, Rapaport was writing something, he says a few things, he walks off, and you hear a gunshot. It had to take me 5 minutes to realize that Michael Rapaport, I guess, did that. I'm like... Because I guess there'd be a deal, and he'd go to prison, he knows he can't handle it, and... Then Parker Posey thinks Triple H had something to do with it. So then she shoots Triple H. But then he kind of walks it off fairly easily. He just gets in the shower and wipes the blood off and wraps some stuff on it. And even has the time to talk to the cops at the front door and go into the truck and get to the cabin. And literally it's been like 5 minutes and Parker Posey comes up. Hey, I read Michael Rapaport's note. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. And that's it. That's it. Like, there's no... Hey, you tried to shoot me. You did shoot me. You tried to kill me. You think there'd be some kind of intensity, standoffish, dialogue? No. It's no big deal. They made it as if it was as big of a deal as, a punch. No, you literally shot the person, and if Triple H wasn't, he'd be dead. But it's nothing. It's just, it's nothing. And even the ending sucks. All the ending is, Triple H knows there's a bomb, gets the two out of there, there's an explosion. The lady who's ordered Bruce Dern is kicked in Triple H. And then the daughter shoots. That's pretty much the end. That's all. You find out that Parker Posey is going to tell the info to get Bruce Dern in jail. The three of them are a family. They visit Michael Rapaport's grave. I guess the money Rapaport had, they put into these jars, these pickle jars. And the movie's over. So, like I said, it's boring. It's a severe lack of action. Not being a fan of the lead. Bruce Dern is there. I mean, I liked him as an actor. But, I did get a paycheck. Rapaport won't. Shh. So, I just... Like I said, I don't know who this is for. I just the most hardcore fan of the game. Eats the pickles all the same. Yeah, here's your pickle. But thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.